because I'd have just loved to hear the crowd go wild. You could hear them like, and
They wanted
good,
it.
yeah, everyone wants it, and you can kind of hear the crowd ramping up a little bit. It's like, oh, they're going to hit it. We've actually got some
with us.
some pocket communities, haven't we? We've spotted all around the arena. We've spotted them out. We've seen the signs, and when certain people get kills, we hear the noise come from them.
Certain people.
It's individuals. It is. To be fair, I mean, like you said, it's all for charity. It's all for good fun, and we have a good time and a bit of a laugh, see some kills and happy days.
Yeah. It's going to be very hard to restrain myself. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I make no promises. But the plane is obviously en route, so we're going to see how this goes. We are halfway through, so 2 more rounds to go. Nice and easy for some of these teams. Some not quite having the same game. I want to see more from Wacky Jackie too. As much as the guy, theoretically, he's got a brain on him. He knows the game inside and out. But it must be frustrating when you have so much technical knowledge to be able to put it into practice in such a high caliber matchup. And the same can be said with Sacriel. The man is very theoretical in the way he approaches games. And then you got the kind of compliment. Oh, God.
You mentioned why did you say his name?
Oh, I'm so sorry. What have I done? Sacriel, find some cover. Use that brain of yours. Oh, the support's here. Ibby to the rescue. Up on the bike we go. It's like that Kanye West video. Just beautifully off into the distance.
You were, oh, hey, oh.
Hey, oh.
Shaka fancies it. Oh, he's got a molly as well. Is he going to actually burn him with that? Potential. We'll keep an eye. You mentioned, I like how you brought up Wacky Jackie. It's become a bit of a meme now as such. Like, there are a certain point where I'm wondering, how the hell are players getting quicker down from the drop from me? Everyone's like, let's watch a Wacky Jackie video. Lo and behold, Wacky's waving. Job done. Whatever you want to know, you go on his YouTube, the man's got it. In terms of theory.
But why do you look the other way when you go faster going down? That baffles me. It blows my mind. Have you seen that? I'm not even going to start because we already see a couple of kills coming in. Savage getting the early work done. Just kind of, I guess, mowing people down in the field. Just that kind of trying to find your position. And I like this from Shroud and the Doc, right? Do you know why I like this? This is their hunting territory. Now, whether or not it goes well, that's a little different. But we've all seen the clips. We've all seen the games. You want some action? This is where it is. You put Shroud close quarter combat, I'm feeling it. Doc, the same. And then you got McCoy there and Balak as well. But up against them, there's another team sharing out Pachinki. They're over towards the eastern side. Actually, very good loot too. So, again, they're not completely in the wrong there. Now, Team Charlie, which does have some of the Genji black players on there. Spotting out a couple. Is that car having a bit of an issue down there, Dino?
Circle comes in, and it's parallel to the left-hand side. We saw the plane route, so the people are going to be looking around. George, north, south. You've got West Coast taken by team number 9. There's a team lurking around the Gakka side. I think guys are kind of fixated on Pachinki at the moment, obviously for 2 reasons. One, we've got Shroud and Doc in there, but there is another team that could potentially go up against them. And, you know, regardless of what we say or think, those guys can aim. Technically, they're as good as the next person next to them. All right, we've got a fair few pro players in here, and there's definitely that jump up when we look at professional players. Some of the stuff they do is absolutely ridiculous, but still, you know, from a technical standpoint, they can handle themselves.
So I think the desk lightly kind of touched on it, and it's something that Wacky Jackie did. And I don't want to be mean about him at all, because he is a very cerebral player, and I like what he's done. And he is genuinely a nice guy. But I think the way that they described it on the desk was very, very good. The repeaks that he went for, I'll explain that in a second, because we might have a bit of action. And for now, it's Ibby. Don't think he spotted out Pino there. I'm not 100% sure. That could be a problem down the line, because Pino's working his way forward, but I don't think Pino's got a gun yet. I see nothing in his hand, so Wacky Jackie's chomping at the bit. Let's see if his nades are any better than his repeaks. Takes it away. That could be good. Does it go in? Just forcing him forward, but they're on the hunt here. Sacriel holding the angle, allowing the other 2 players to work further forward, but Pino's on the run. He's going to make a dash for it, 'cause I don't think he has a gun, and I don't know if Mixie does either.
3 grenades wasted here on Mixie. I mean, it might be all for nothing. It might be all just for 15 points. Sacriel, I think, looking at his gear, doesn't look too good.
None of them are. Look at Ibby's 30 bullets.
Oh,
it's more than enough, apparently, for Ibby. Mixie goes down very quickly there. You can see the responses. Everyone's still trying to hold these angles, work out where the rest of the players are. Pino made a run for it earlier, went on the wider way around Yasnaya here in that north-northeast side, and maybe they found a gun, because so far, not so good for the other team. But Team Juliet here have been able to take down that one player who was standing in their way, but again, only had a revolver on the other side. James is there, a little late to the party, but he's got way better gear, so took his time for that.
Maybe just snaps to his head, takes a quick poke.
Oh, Pino has got a gun.
Finally, but still, he's lost his teammate in the doing so. He's got no helmet as well, so regardless of what gun you've got, even if you've got like an Uzi or something like that, you just spray him down, and anything that goes even close to their head, unfortunately, you will be going down. They've got to move soon. They're not in the circle. Obviously, they've still got to play safe soon. They've got plenty of time, right? You've got 1 minute 15. They're on the slower side, so to speak, as well, so they can move in from there. They might be hitting around Roshawk. The top end of it is pretty open for them, but it all depends where the guys who are up in Stalber decide to rotate to as well.
This is still a bit of a worry. You can see that Pachinki is very much on a bit of a knife's edge there. It could go either way. Good kind of defining lines. That's one of the towns that can be split into, but then again, you lose out on a drastic amount of loot. It's not how you want to walk out of there. But beyond that, let's have a little look elsewhere, see how people are getting on. In Kilo with Mythrain, everyone loves a bit of that. If you ever see him playing and you look at chat, it's unique. But for now, they're doing fine. Nice little split here. Not sure how the loot's looking. It looks a little bit lacking on some elements. Only a level 1 helmet here and there. But if you're going to these areas, you're doing it for the sake of safety rather than that high-tier loot. You take that gamble, you take that risk. Now, we're actually finding a couple of players on the way. I'm not sure how this has happened, but just maybe run across them. This could be big.
Several of them do go down. Looking for more easy finish off for him. There's several points in the bag, 30 to be precise. Wick did get I think it was more of a, let's just at least take the antenna, and someone was there. He did run him over. Fair enough. The reply came in. The shots are now happening down inside Pachinki. I believe that's Dr. Disrespect. I think looking from the outlines, potentially a silencer on the front, which would suggest it's him. Balog gets tanked up as well. Another absolutely diabolical grenade from that man as he hits the wall. That's the second time where he's almost killed his teammates. He did knock the dock in the previous round.
Dog's having flashbacks here. He's feeling, if he does feel
not
nervous.
again,
yeah,
please.
not exactly what you want, but CGX on the other side. Shannon Blue there, going to be make his way towards maybe his teammate, try and consolidate, so if they do get picked up, if they get knocked, the revive can come through, kind of sticking in the 2-2 split. That's another really good reason why you do it. Doc, though, got to be careful on those angles. You're showing just the head angle, but the return fire is very good. Myth players on the other side, though, picking up a couple of kills there, and, well, it's made in Thailand players picking up Mythrain, so myth on myth action.
I like it. 30 points in the bag. Again, another team that decides to pull up and try and take down a certain location. We're not expecting a team in there, and that's why you need to get these scouts out early. Send one individual player rather than losing multiple, which they have done, 2 in the vehicle, especially on the back of the buggy. You're so exposed on the back, you're just a walking target. Especially if you do pull up slightly late on that defilade of the hillside. Easy points for them. That fight in Pachinki is not going to be an easy one. You know, when we look at who's on both of those sides.
It's very hard to back out from
But the decent players, more than anything, it's not just going to be a complete walkover.
But I do like what they're doing in a way that you've got a couple of players putting themselves in really good positions. For now, though, the other teams will be making their rotations, making their routes. And if you're hearing the shots in Pachinki, you take a wider route away from that. And Shroud taking a lot of damage there. Again, not great on meds either. 4 bandages and 1, I guess, boost. That's it, really. So for him, he's got to be very, very frugal in the way he's using that. But to come back to the point of the difference between some of the higher tier teams and people who play more public games, you get away with a lot more. You can re-peak the same angles. You don't have to be as on the toes. And this is what I was talking about with the flank coming out from McCoy. This is the play that I was discussing, that he found room. He went up towards the church. He went the northern side to try and find a way around. Now there's pressure. You want that kind of linchpin moment now to come in from one of the other teams, or one of the other players on this team. You want maybe Doc or Shroud to hold these central areas, allow a flank from the other side. But McCoy wants to do a lot himself here. He might want to try and confirm this kill if he can find a safe angle to do so. Oh, there it is.
Split them, which is good.
Perfect.
The door does open up, but there's absolutely no chance for him whatsoever. He'll confirm the kill. His teammate did split up and at least try and help him out.
Shaka's doing the same thing on the other side, but Balak's got that held down, and I like that. That's really nice play between the 2 pros as such, if you want to look at it that way. Shroud laying down a bit of fire, making the calls, getting the spots out, also just as valuable. But time is ticking, their loot's not great.
I'm pretty sure Shaka still plays for Detonator. We were casting them back at Gamescom. You know, so these are OG players that have been playing since, you know, if you want to say alpha.
They're going for a bit of a push here, it looks like. They're trying to get a bit more aggressive. Shroud's on the move. McCoy's pushed up. Here's the steps above him. Surely he knows what's going on here. I'm not 100% sure if he can exactly work it out, but these buildings are very close by.
686 in his hand in the toilet. If he opens that toilet door, there's going to be a complete flush, and it won't be the person intended for it. I mean, the 686 up close and personal, God forbid, no matter what armor you've got on, it's going to absolutely destroy your life.
They're faking out the sounds of drops and moving out of windows. McCoy, really smart play from him there. That's actually drawn out the players. The call gets made. The spot gets done. Now you can see the flash. This is good teamwork coming out from Team Bravo. Flash goes up. I don't know if it caught the other player. It certainly didn't. And oh my God, this could be a disaster.
He has to make a hit. He's only got 2 bullets, remember.
He's surely going to just spray through the door, and he is. That's the smart play from McCoy. Take no chances, take no prisoners, takes the kill. And it's Ghost Gaming's player, but it's Team Bravo working their way through Pachinki.
Forced him with the grenades to at least make a movement so they knew exactly where he was, had the information. If you do jump outside the building, you know, you can hear either A, the glass breaking, or B, your feet hitting the floor. He knows that he's not in, he hasn't ejected that building. He's still locked inside there. puts himself inside the toilet. Unfortunately, you're just kind of causing your own death, really. It's imminent. 3 people push up. And yeah, I like how you spoke more about the sounds, Lauren, like specifically smoke grenades now. Fair enough. When they put them down, they will mask you. You hide inside the smoke. But more importantly, the noise. You mask the footsteps. You can do so much by just lobbing it in a building and then rotating round players.
And this is very aggressive or assertive play coming in from Bravo. They're pushing up and holding the line, essentially. So they know that Team Echo would have to push through them or around them, and that's not going to happen. They've got eyes on this. The best thing the other side would be hoping for here would be that they get a quick knock and then they can maybe open up an avenue of approach. The blue doesn't hurt too much at this point, but it's not what you want, especially with limited meds.
I don't know which angles happened here, whether or not purple teams failed miserably by not sticking together, or whether green team on the opposing side have worked so good they've singled out players. They've split everyone off individually, and now they can just bust in, take them out one by one. I mean, he can't move. I mean, look at this. Every single window we look through there, you got 3 players that have eyes on him. 2 in the building, 2 in front, opposing. He's completely boxed. What can Rio at the back do, really?
That's great, though. Shaka finding Balak will open up an avenue if they do want to try and get out. And that nade could confirm it. Can he get it through the window, though? That's the big question. Up in the top right, that's what we'll be looking at. No, Balak survives, so a revive is possible. Shroud is the closest there, but they need McCoy and the Doc to help him out here. The other team are being a real nuisance to him, and that next zone, it ain't close. Shaka on the play gets down McCoy. This is big. They're pushing right back towards them. They're not going down without a fight. Echo are on the move.
They want this. He's going to go through and confirm the kill. A 2 versus 4 soon turns into a 2 versus 2. Now, the bigger enemy is that they're all inside the blue. They have to fight through this. They can at least get themselves back together upstairs. Have they confirmed another one? They have. Well, this turned around rather quickly.
It has for now, but this is not looking too good. McCoy's gone down, and we're into, I'm pretty sure 3 of the players stand. You got Doctor still alive. The Doc gets a couple of shots, but he's on the move. Only 11 left in towards the clip. He's going to try and find the next angle on it. Spots him out, looks for him. Could work up the wall, but he doesn't know all the information, and he's quite isolated. That's when you see Balak now trying to support him, move up with it. Shaka and Rio on the other side, they've kind of still got to deal with being in that unfortunate position of having the blue against them, and you're going to have to think bigger picture here. They need to move them fast. That next circle is going towards Georgia Pole. That's pretty far now.
They're setting up a little bit of a wall here with smoke. Dr. Disrespect will hold the angle. Hopefully he doesn't get too aggressive because he's kind of on his own. You've got Balak in the back lines. He can't really do too much, but they have to move. They know where they are. The gate keeps real. They want to get revenge. They've lost McCoy. And here we go, moving out in the blue now. It's all set up, Lauren. How's it going to play out?
Well, his name is Rio, and he might not be dancing on the sand too much longer. The Doc is there waiting. Takes him down. Doesn't have much to heal with, only bandages, so it's going to be slow. Shroud's on the move, trying to support him up here. Shaka moving in as well. He knows that he's close by, but can he find him in time? Shaka, revive or kill. What's the choice? I think Balak knows what his options are, and he's going to try and find the angle again. But the Doc, does he want some more? Is he up for the fight? Is he ever not up for the fight? It looks like he wants to confirm this. He wants to do something filthy to these poor players. They're all lining up. Can he get the kill? Great work on the first, but the second, he still stands. Balak's there to support, and both the players are now knocked down. Balak on the move around the corner, gets the job done. It's Bravo taking out Echo, but at the loss of Doc and the other teammate. They've lost out on 2 players here purely to get out of this city, and now they've got the blue on their back, and they've got to start running because all the other teams move towards Georgia Pole.
It's put them in an awkward position. They need to get some kind of vehicle and hope that they've got plenty of meds in the bag because it's going to do so much damage. Losing 2 players, all right, you've got yourself, what, 60 points, but at what cost? It might have pretty much cost them the game. We'll soon find out. That's a banging shot through the back of the UAZ. 2-2, unfortunately, falls, confirmed kill, 15 points there. Moves across to Kilo's team. You see how Doc went down, though? That's the power of the 686. Like, up close and personal, shotguns reign supreme. And it's something we've seen more from the Eastern side. Eastern players, they love to hold this as a secondary weapon.
Now, I want to look at the, I guess, east of Georgia Pole crates as such, where we're looking right now. This is a very powerful position if you want kills and to be quote-unquote gatekeepers to the entirety of that western side of the map. You get to see people traversing, trying to utilize the bridges, and there's some really nice open ground and common use highways. And it looks like James is being very proactive in this. He wants to offer up another angle, but look who's coming over the hill across the bridges. It's Gold in the back lines, joined by the likes of Evermore, so it even gets almost scarier mentally.
The problem is where they are, unless they decide to turn and just face north and go all the way up north, they're going to have all kinds of problems because you've got Team 10, Team 11, all waiting in front of them. Where Team 10 are Wacky Jackie, Liquid, and the rest of the boys there. That's such a nasty little bottleneck on that crossroads side from the T-Pack.
And that's great work from James. He was the one who went off and offered another angle to them. He moved further north to try and keep that in mind.
If you look at one player's overextending, that's really fantastic play. It's really clever because now you're getting the information, but B, if you just put down the warning shots, you can deny them the north of the circle.
He stole the kill though. Evermore is being filthy about this. Smart play from him, but it will be James confirming at least towards Xeon. But now the problem is with James that he's got a bigger team against him. Team Papa, the daddies have turned up here, and I would not be messing with them, all right? The point is that they are there, and if you've seen that kill coming in, that steal coming through, you don't want to mess with that. If you're James, get out of there. Do not stick around. That's not an isolated fight you want to be taking.
Bravo do have a vehicle. So Shroud and Balok will finally make it to the circle, depending on how much gear and utility they've actually got, even meds. It was looking rather weak. 4 AM at the top. Unfortunately, though, Dingception, C9 player, Yumru, GNG Black, they're all falling left, right, and center. That's 2. They're not confirmed yet. There's still 1 lurking. What can Dingception do? He has a grenade. It's a low ball. It'll force them back, at least for now. They're going to be bleeding fast because that's their second knock on both of them. In fact, Esther, I didn't realize where he was up on the top there. He can give them a line of sight, but he gets smashed and pushed back. That's fantastic work. He's getting hit from a different angle as well, Lauren.
That's such a hard shot to be hitting as well, but look at the adjustment from 4 AM. They see this, they know this, a new attack came out, and look at the push! Up on top of the hospital we go! You're going to need more than just a hospital. Take him to the graveyard. He's done for. 4 AM cleaning up here. Good work from them. God V at the helm as well. 3 big kills for him.
They jump a position and they gain 60 points by doing so. Fantastic work. The flank to take out the guy on the roof was monumental because he was just such an anchor. I mean, they drilled him as it was anyway and forced him back, but to completely take him out of the game, they pushed up, managed to take him out while they were bleeding out. GG, they claim the entirety of that area for themselves. Up on board with James again, spraying away with the mini happy days from him. They will claim the Georgia Paul Hill for the side of themselves, or Everest, whatever you want to do, but look at this. Ninja and the rest of Sierra, they're lurking on the opposing side. Gold at the bottom. All of a sudden, Everest becomes, well, excuse the pun, a mountain of a job because you've got 3 big teams up in here. In fact, there's a 4th one on the opposing side.
He just took down one of the members of Gold. That's a big pickup here. Evermore's still down there. Everyone's still around. But with these minis laying down fire, it's pretty big. But fire from the back lines, keeping Gold in a real awkward predicament. They have no safety, and if the other team, the Wacky Jacky team with Ibby and co, do want to push on this, that could be a big pickup. They could third party the hell out of this one. Ninja's making a lot of noise here.
I like how you called it. They're too fixated and focused on this. The rest of Team 10 can come flooding over this hill.
He's seen it all. The call's going to be made. Now, when do they engage right about now? There's no holding back. Wacky Jacky going right in. They might have wanted to wait a couple more seconds, but maybe he just got a little bit trigger happy on that. And now you're going to be seeing the other team back away, find new ground. There could have been a way better moment to maybe engage on that one. I think that was a little bit of lack of discipline there, and now it allows room for movement.
Evermore's been dropped as well, so another one from Papa does go down. That was a confirmed kill as well. Vad, K9 in the kill feed, found Molodoi. See you later, buddy. That's a knock for now. And the problem that they do is by doing this, Lauren, as you said, there could have been a bit of a more disciplined time to push because Josh OG does have that M24 facing down on them. If they decide to peek, if he lands that shot, it opens up the rest of the team to be able to just flood them and flank around.
Again, there's something to be said for timing your shots. You can call it, count it down, and you shoot at the same time. It's very hard to work out how many people are firing at you, if it's a full squad or not. But keep your eyes towards that hill. You can see Shroud and Balak actually moving up towards Mortify. Mossy, Josh, and Ninja are all up there. This could be a big fold. And Shroud, he's got the UMP. He can use it as well. Mortify's going to be feeling that one in the morning. But can Shroud adjust for the second? He still has the angle. He has the shot, but he can't get it done. It's Ninja on towards Shroud. And Shroud, he's not getting rowdy no more. It's going to be the hill dominated for now by Ninja and co.
Ninja gets the job done. Mortify will be able to at least get back up. Ninja's got his health as well. He was literally clinging on by tooth and nail. 4 AM, you can see up in the northwest. They'll be pulling up and just repositioning for now. They need to be careful, though, because CGW straight on the back.
Shot!
He just dinked him at range. That's a... See you later, Ninja. Helmet's gone, buddy. They've got to now clamber and try and keep him alive. Josh, come on, you've got a 24. Do something, buddy, here. Fire back, answer back to that shot because that was a belter.
Josh being held accountable for things. Always a curious one. On the move, though. God V gets picked up on the go. Lost aiming, finding a lot of work there. The Gilly Boy comes out to play, and that's an orm I'm seeing.
There you go. I'm glad you noticed it. Even though it's all green and blended in, there is an AWM in play.
Oof, what are these shots coming out?
Vad, you okay, mate? That's back-to-back critical as well on Q-Rad. Can he ain't doing so much damage on the battlefield. Sacril's find one of himself. That's a headshot with the M4.
Great positioning, holding the peak over the ridge. He'll tell you all day long about silhouetting, but Esker, he's going to try and get back into this. He needs to get the kill right about now. The underhand nade, that could be devastating. Does it get close enough? Run, boys, run! If he can't get away in time, the revive might come out, but Esker, he listens out, no steps. Sacriel considering his options. He was thinking for a second then, is he pushing, is he not? He's going to go for the risky revive.
Do you think he's just going to run for it afterwards?
I don't know.
Go on, get stuck in.
Esker could go for this. He's an aggressive player. He's a confident player, and he knows the other team are in trouble. Again, another nade will trickle down, but fire from the back lines comes in. It's the Knights players from the back, and the Liquid side, joined by Sacriel and Wacky Jackie, feel the pain.
James, Sacriel, and Ibby, they all hit the deck simultaneously. They're gone. They're out. See you later, boys. Esker's got a vehicle. I think it's time to run. In fact, it isn't. He's just going to get completely stimmed up. But out of the circle, so they can chill for now. Meanwhile, look at this. These boys up on top of the hill, Team 19, they can still chill. They've got sniper rifles. They've got range. They're lacking a little bit of utility. I've seen a few helmets and a bit of durability, so that's a bit of a problem. They're also on the back side of this circle, so if it doesn't go their way, Lauren, they've got a very open field. It's going to be all kinds of bullets coming their way. I don't think they've got vehicles, so they're going to have to run that. There's no hard cover. You are an open target on the side of the hill. That AWM, though, Vard's got a taste of his own medicine. He's got a Kar 98, and he had a face earlier on. Now it's just been removed from him.
Yep, nade comes out. Molodoy to deal with 4 AM. We know what these guys can do. That split, pushing up towards the top of hospital, big work from them. I do not like the idea of pushing these guys, but nice positioning on the other side from the likes of the Na'Vi team, joined by 2. Good nades coming in. I don't know if that revive is going to be possible. Let's see. No, not at all. That does indeed go away from 4 AM. Now down to 2 players. Kenny going to be feeling a little bit of that one, feeling a little bit isolated. The Welcome to South George guys are being pushed on here as well. Lost Aiming and Moondie, they're not far off from this, and Grizzly, he's holding on. They
got a knock there, and they also got a really player tagged up. They forced him back. One of them was trying to be the open scout. Vard's still down. They will be able to get this, but he's not going to be in a position to take a fight. That bullet just skims the side. You just saw the dust. And with how low he would have been, that would have been another knock back to back. Look at all the players downstairs, though. Grizzly Lost Aiming and Moondie. They're going to be in a 3 versus 4 scenario, but all these players upstairs, again, with how tanked up they're going to be. I'm hearing a Molotov being cooked somewhere.
No.
Or is that the electricity?
That is the electricity.
It's
Welcome to being debated.
I despise it. It's one or the other. There's so many times I've been like, oh, God. Josh finally finds Jari with the headshot on the 24. That gun being put to good use from the side of the hill. Ninja and Mossy have extended. I like this. Give them some kind of movement, and it's paid off dividends.
Nice 2-2.
It's nice. It works all kinds, but they've got to be careful because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 players near enough behind them, and the remnants of gold directly in front of them. This is not going to be an easy rotation for all those teams on the back line.
That nade's not bad from Molodoy. It's very good, actually. 4 AM not looking so great anymore. I'm pretty sure that could be them done for. I don't see their last player. I think that's them swept.
It must be because it went, I think that was an insta, so that's going to be GG, unfortunately. AWM Lost Aiming. Hopefully it won't be lost because every single bullet needs to count. Does catch one player running around the backside. Larson comes up on the side of the hospital hill. I know you're used to this place, buddy, because that's where you go through the game to roll it. He wants a piece of this through the window. Finds one. Gilly Boys to your right-hand side. Doesn't see him. They should end his life here. They don't go jumping out willy-nilly. He does get picked up. He does fall down. 36 players alive. 12 teams in total.
I like the idea. The theory, it wasn't bad, but the execution, you're not going to get away with it. But credit for style points. I'll give them that. That was some nice idea. But you got to see the kind of approach from the rest of Welcome South George. Now, even though they are under fire from another team, they put themselves in a position where they're basically going to catch the others when they move out.
Teams will begin.
Oh, poor sweet Moondie.
Yeah, all that gear as well. Level 3s. Big boy sniper rifle as well. And the players, they're moving out of the hospital. But unfortunately, it's not gone their way. Vard says no. 1, 2, 3. They're all down. They're all dead. Sitting in the hospital has not paid off for them whatsoever.
He's got to see it. Vard spotted them. 3 players on the move. Critical is close as well. I wouldn't write them off here. Critical's been starting to warm into this. We saw some banging shots from him earlier on, but Vard's on the move. He saw the players moving his way, so he's going to adjust, maybe try and find an angle where he can just watch for people silhouetting over the top of that ridge. A nice approach. The nades continue to rain in, and he is very much alone here as well, Vard.
I like how you call it from Delta in the previous round. These boys were going off. They had a beautiful time. Doing the same here as well. They're almost into the top 10. One more team and they'll be there. An Octave from a Vanga. Scar in hand and the ACOG. It's only a level 1 helmet. I think that's a level 2 chest, so he's laughing on that one. Mumino on the opposing side in the silos. That's going to be an SLR, so the boys have the range at least. QR'd as well. I'm seeing a K98. Ninja also with a K9. Does he spot the leg though? Doesn't for now. I think there were bullet loops on the back, so that'll give him at least the quick reload time on that one as well. Remove the spread, he removes his face! Linda, see you later. Insta-kill. Same with QRAD as well, so 2 teams just like that gone. We're into top 10.
That circle's not completely pushed out Ninja's team just yet. They're still okay here. It's that next circle that really could put them into a horrible spot with a lot of teams being able to stare them down. A big open field in between them, but they can hit shots to maybe create routes to do this.
I like what the boys from Navi have...
How?
I did not see that going that way.
No, when does it ever go that way?
That's wild that pretty much every single building bar Vangas has been removed in this side of circle. Like how do... Well, I mean, you love to see it. It's certainly going to be a wild one. All the boys up top north, they do have to work their way down. Fox has been a little bit quiet. Fox has been chilling on the right-hand side there for a while now, just the edge of the hill. Gold has to be very, very careful. Esker, we know, is a man who can. He's got a plan for everything. He can certainly handle himself. Mortify's trying to get a bit of range on the top of the hill. He's going to back off from this one. Texas 6 times on the K9. You can see an Octave just up there inside the house, and they know where they are here. That's going to be the last building. Again, for these guys, they have the building for now, Lauren, but the next circle shrinks. Unless it literally does go their way, there isn't a great deal of cover when you come out of there. You're just going to be in a plain open field for now.
Oh, Esker.
That could be cheeky.
Esker, he might be in trouble. Oh, he is! The nade is huge from Voxic. Esker has been an MVP of all kinds throughout this tournament, but that moment was all on Voxic.
Ninja's going to try and... Is that one of the wooden...
Yeah.
Next it is, so they should be able to spray that down quite easily. Scopes in, looking for more.
He's used to taking down wooden buildings. Rich, he's very talented at it.
You had to get one in, didn't you?
Low-hanging fruit.
Have a crack, why not? Josh, M24, Ninja. Oh, Avanga doing some serious work. Myth have just been completely battered. 7 teams, and now it becomes a fight for survival. How long can this wood withstand the bullets and the onslaught from uphill?
Oh, he's made a run critical. That's a nice move from him. He had to provide another angle, maybe deny some peeks coming out from Ninja and Josh, but right now he's actually lost out on the fight, so Ninja has the angle, and this is something we'll talk about as to getting angles, is if you win the first peak and you hold the line, it makes it very tricky for the other team, but now we're going to be seeing Sierra have to move forward a little, find some position. You don't get away with it at this level. Josh gets banged out. On the floor he goes. That revive is not looking too likely, but they do get one back. It's not for nothing here. The trades are coming out.
It's Mamino with this SLR just in the distance, like picking individuals off left, right, and center. He's causing them all kinds of problems. They'll try and smoke out Josh to see if he can get him out. Meanwhile,
at that.
One career just preying on, clinging on.
He's doing all these shots from Rowan as well.
In the previous one, it was Esker who, the vehicle actually solidified his death. Ninja just killed Josh with a grenade, whether that was on purpose or whether it was supposed to be a smoke is a different one, but still he's down and gone. Yeah, you need to be careful of this vehicle. That ended Esker in the previous one, but they don't know he's here. So
they have no idea, but there's 4 players around him.
He's got the bush, though. Look at that cover.
It's real nice. If he steps any closer, though, he's just not going to breathe. He wants to just hold his breath. And that circle hit, that is right over him.
Flash Hider and a holographic, though, on the Scar is a nasty, up close and personal. Like, that's going to wreck out, so he needs to make sure that, they're all kind of...
check on it, like...
They're looking at range at the moment. He can get the upper advantage, but he has to make sure that every single bullet counts because you damn well know they're going to turn on a pinhead as soon as they hear these bullets. Have they got 4 as well? They do. Yep. So they got 4. It's going to be a rough task to do this, but it's...
But Sierra can go high ground, right? If you want to be real sweaty and keen, which isn't a bad thing, You go into the blue slightly and you work your way around. I don't know how much the night side and +2 will be watching that. You can see them very much tunnel visioned here, which could be an issue, and you're seeing Mortify doing what I theorize, and Voxic has no idea. Tag comes out, but it wasn't a clean kill. Now the rest of the team will turn around. This could prove an issue here for Sierra moving forward. Now they need to be fighting this one out. If you're on the other side of things, if you're the team on the other side of that, you're going to be laughing. That gives you a bit of respite because they're going to have to turn their attention here. But can they get in now? Can Sierra find some room to find some cover? Is there enough available on this side, or is there too many players keeping this in
Look
tabs?
at the push, Lauren. Avanga, they're all driving in here. They're going to turn up. Unfortunately, Ninja for them will be waiting in the distance. M4 drills him. Will he confirm it? Tags him up enough. There's another player behind him as well. He's got to be careful of this. There's two of them. Liga and Momino. Momino's been doing so much work with this SLR now. Needs to be careful. He gets smashed to the side. The meds are there.
He's done for. They engaged on too many fronts. They took 2 fights there. And then the Avanga guys turning up. That should be the confirmed kill. And it will be. Ninja goes down. Sierra are being battered here.
Fights on 2 different angles. While all this has been going on, Man's just sat happy.
How?
Almost center circle. He is one with the bush. He is completely happy where he is. He ain't moving. Team 6, 4 players alive. TG, Mossy, last player for Team 19. Mumino will probably be the same again. I don't think Liga's going to be able to get to him. If he does, it would be a complete miracle. However, that is his first knock, so he will bleed slow. But honestly, with Ben and Rowan on the top, I wouldn't have thought... Does he have the line of sight? No, he doesn't. Mumino's getting tapped as well. That's going to be Texas, but Mumino finds him. That's a headshot with the AKM. That's a bit of a lucky one. The AKM's got some damn kick to it, and he's only got a red dot as well, so that's nice. Liga does get finished by the K9. But that's really good, though, for Mumino, because he's now got Texas completely off his side here. It comes down to who dies first. Ewan, Mossy, or Mumino.
He is sitting in such a good position because the other team, Team Fox, have no idea. Mossy could prove a problem. Somehow Voxic hasn't seen him. He's got the blinkers on. He's completely and utterly tunnel visioning towards Mumino. There are so many snakes in the grass here, and the 3 remainders for Team Fox might be outfoxed in this situation. They might be considering everything before it happens, and Mossy, he knows he's surrounded, but this is smart from this young man here. He's been playing that out so well.
I can understand it why you wouldn't look there. I mean, he's not shot. He's not moved.
No.
He's not even creeped forward. He's not even healed. I mean, sometimes you'll use the stim, and all of a sudden this little can will just roll by. It's like, well, that doesn't grow on a tree. That's definitely come from somewhere. Mumino finds Texas, which we saw earlier on. He does confirm that kill, stops him crawling, stops him giving the information. Now they're all going to look Mumino's way.
They're going to be baffled, though, because they maybe thought that there was more teams left alive here. There's still 4 teams, 6 players, and there's 3 of them on this team. And here we go, on the run, Mumino tries to make a dash. It does not happen. Voxic takes him down, but now we have 3 teams left, 5 players standing, and Mossy is one of them, and so is Yuan. And this is huge. Look at this positioning. This could actually work out for them.
Perfect world scenario. Mossy knocks 1. Ewan steps up at the right time.
Once this circle moves in, they're going to be baffled where the hell these players are.
I don't know what his gear's like, though. I mean, he's already... we can see it on screen, actually. Excuse me. Scar 556. It's not going to do too much against several players. It's good.
I'm seeing a vert grip on it, I think, in the hand. Possibly not 100% sure.
It's good, but with how many players are looking at him, it's still...
But they're not looking at him. That's the thing.
If they do, once... Oh.
There you go. There's one. Spots out the second. Now he needs to follow it up well and clean. Does get tagged up. Now spots the next. You're praying that...
Oh my God, no way.
It's perfection on the second. But the third, surely not. Confirms the kill. Makes it hurt. The second, is he overreaching? No. He's still okay. He could heal here. He's got a bit of time until that blue moves again. He's hoping Mossy gets into the fight. He knows there's 3 teams. He knows he's one of them. He knows the other's there. Nade in hand.
If he does this.
He picks it. He waits. He goes for it. That nade could be everything. It dips just too short. Bends back up. We have 2 players. He tried to step out on it. Voxic says, oh, the nade! Late in the game. Where's Mossy now? Run, Mossy, run. This is your chance. Shut them down while you can.
This is it. 1 versus 1 scenario. He's waited to the last moment. He's got the AKM and he gets the kill and he gets the win. He waits for the right time to strike and he finds it perfectly. Mossy seals the deal. And you can see the look on Ninja's face. Him and his team, they've just bagged themselves a win in round number 3. They needed that to jump them up the scoreboard, and jump them up it will.
Absolutely, it will. Really well played from them. They were sat on that hill. We saw so many potential fights that could have unfolded poorly for them, but they came out on top. Some great range shots coming out from them. Ninja landing some great bits of work way further down. There were so many